Let's see if we have a 10th. Off we go from Tampa. And from a couple deep, White's going to bring it back. The right side, he'll be brought down at the 23-yard line. Ball comes out there. Let's see, is on it for the Chiefs is Elijah Lee, and Kansas City has it. 2nd and 5, Kelsey, a little stroll in motion. And Mahomes throws it that way, and there's Kelsey to the end zone. And right away, Kansas City on the board. Touchdown in 46 seconds. Russell Gage in motion, 2nd and 7, and Brady gets it to Fournette. With some blocking in front of him, Leonard Fournette across midfield into the Chiefs secondary to the 44-yard line. There are the numbers of the Bucs tight ends. Quick count, Fournette in the backfield. He is brought down. At the 28-yard line, it is Fournette. Open space, powering through. Rashad Fenton trying to pull the ball away. 8 of 9 on the season, this from 45 yards. And Ryan Suckup gets the Bucs on the board on their opening drive. 4 points in the 2 games after that. From the 21, Mahomes escaping. We see a lot of that with him to Kelsey. And we see a lot of that with him. First down. And Kelsey goes with Mahomes, who tried to get away from it, flips it out there, and it's complete to Juju Smith-Schuster for the first down. His linebackers don't come. Mahomes rips it, and it's caught by Kelsey for the first down in front of Carlton Davis. 3rd and 1, Edwards-Helaire. Big opening into the secondary. Edwards-Helaire drags the tackler to the 11. Operating from the 12, Mahomes bringing it to the left. On the run, slides down a yard short. McKinnon taking the direct snap.
You could see anything down here.
And McKinnon on the give inside Edwards. Hilaire's got the first down, fighting for the touchdown, and he's in. What effort by Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Mahomes to the 13 against a 4-man rush. Juju Smith-Schuster. Ex-Steeler takes it to the 26. Mahomes' toe was really banged up. First down, deep shot down the middle of the field. Brought in at the 15-yard line by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. From the 16-yard line, Isaiah Pacheco running to the left. Levante David got him first, but that is the strength of Pacheco. Mahomes throws. Kelsey again. First down to the 2-yard line. You never know with these guys. From the 2, Mahomes escaping. On the move, Mahomes stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown to Edwards-Helaire. Mahomes straddled the line of scrimmage, flipped it to Edwards-Helaire for the score. And Russell Gage had the biggest game. Who's going to answer the call for Tom now? Go out of the backfield, Rashad White, that fumble on the opening kickoff, but this is what they think he can add.
You just don't count this guy out.
From the 36, looking deeper downfield, and on cue, there it is, Chris, and it is Evans. And twisting his back as he took that hit. From the 34, Brady underneath, Cameron Brate. First down for the tight end out of Harvard. Chiefs bringing 4. Brady throws to Rashad White again, and White right near the marker at the 13-yard line. Looks like Brady with time to the end zone, to Evans, holds on. Great catch for the touchdown. Right, 2 Kelsey blockers on the side. First down to the 39-yard line. Gets the flag and takes it to the 43-yard line. And here is Isaiah Pacheco, very busy and very effective tonight for 9 yards. With a 52-yard field goal attempt and go for it on 4th and 1. And Mahomes out of the backfield. Edwards-Helaire can't grab it. Justin Reed back in the game for Kansas City. Cole Beasley in for the Buccaneers. Brady pressured, lost the football. It's free, and Chris Jones tries to scoop it and has it for Kansas City. L'Jarius Sneed brought the pressure.
Overload that way to the left.
Here is Mahomes. He'll dance out to the left with some space to take off and lean forwards for the 10-yard line and get the first down. Bucs changing personnel. Ball touching the 10, so first and goal. Pacheco up the middle. Pacheco inside the 5, down to the 2. Antoine Winfield hanging on. Oh, and a snap to Noah Gray inside as Mahomes was diverting attention by pointing over to Kelsey, and it's a Kansas City touchdown. They do everything. When he took that hit from L'Jarius Sneed. From the 25, here's Brady complete. Good on that throw to Chris Godwin on the inside. Godwin right around the 32-yard line. 35, here is Brady's throw through traffic, great, but knocked down by his own man and is shaken up. And Brady underneath. Julio Jones is back. First down. First target for Julio Jones. Long time with the Falcons, last year with Tennessee.
Evans with a possible one-on-one chance here.
Brady in the middle. Godwin's got it right around the 40-yard line. And Tampa's going to use the first of their 3 timeouts with 46 seconds remaining. The 41, here comes the pressure. Brady slides, gets it to Fournette. Leonard Fournette takes it very close to the first down as Frank Clark and Brian Cook, the rookie, pull him down. Brady adjusts the play against the pressure. He scans, comes back to Evans to the 15-yard line. What a job at the line of scrimmage there. From the 16, Brady in the pocket throws to the end zone. Incomplete for Brate, but a flag on Juan Thornhill. It will take the Buccaneers down near the goal line. Second and goal. Out of the gun. Brady looking. Evans brought it in. Great catch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, that's Mahomes and that's Andy combined there. Thanks, Melissa. Here's the first throw, and right on time, it's Sky Moore. 15 yards. The 40-yard line is an inside run with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. It's been a good running half for the Chiefs to take it out to the 48-yard line.
Bit of a man coverage looking like because Levante David walked out.
4 come, White late. They send it to Juju, who's got blockers, and Smith-Schuster off to the races to the 30-yard line. First down and a gain of 19 as Juju Smith-Schuster catches his 4th of the night. 3rd and 6 here. Pressure by Tryon Shoyinka. To that open space goes Mahomes, flipping towards Sky Moore in the back, incomplete. 44 yards, and his first field goal attempt as a Kansas City Chief. Going quick here from the 25. Brady in the inside again, like Chris mentioned, and it's Chris Godwin who carries the Chiefs' bodies for the first down across the 35. And here's 26 in a row. Brady throwing incomplete as Godwin could not bring it down. That Super Bowl was here. The Buccaneers playing at home, much like the Rams did in the last Super Bowl. Juju Smith-Schuster the catch here, and he'll have the first down with forward progress across the 45-yard line, to use the hockey term, for the first 4 games. Fake to Juju, shot down the sideline, brought in by Marquez Valdez-Scantling to the 25. Great movement with the eyes and play design for Kansas City. Gain of 25. He asks for louder and gets it. Mahomes out of the pocket and on the run. Sky Moore inside the 10. Moore at the 5-yard line. Second and goal. Mahomes to the goal line and in for the touchdown. Jody Fortson. Everybody's getting into the end zone here tonight. as the investigation into what happened in and around the Tagovailoa situation continues. As Brady fires sideline and Evans comes up with the catch. The flag is down as well.
Because players are trained to do one thing, and that's go back in the game. Somebody has to prevent it to get them out of the game.
Here's Rachaad White, who picks up the first down for the Buccaneers.
He's going to make mistakes. You're just going to have to live with him because he is that guy on this offense.
Brady, back shoulder brought in by Cole Kieft, the rookie out of Minnesota.
I love the games within the games.
Rachaad White is the back. He'll go airborne and in for the touchdown. She has helped lead the Buccaneers Foundation, $1 million donation to help the relief with Hurricane Ian this week. So very important women all around the National Football League. Juju gives him a look at what the defense is doing. They rush 3, and Mahomes throws. What a catch by Kelsey! Wow! And Mahomes looking for the crossers, throws it in the middle, and it's incomplete as he tried to get it to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Matthew Wright good from 44. This from 32. High snap. Good job done by Tommy Townsend, the punter.
Those are the guys now that are starting to pick it up.
From midfield, pressure picked up. Mahomes throwing. Oh, he threw an interception. He threw it across his body and across the field. And on the return, Sean Murphy-Bunting, who had played almost no defense in the first 3 games, with a nice return here, has it out of bounds around the 30-yard line.
Generally, you want to clear him out and then run behind.
From the 34, it's Fournette on the screen. Robert Hainsey leading the way. And the center, former Notre Dame offensive lineman.
But I also know what Tom Brady's going to do to him by week 16.
Here he is over the middle, complete to Evans to the 12-yard line. You mean he'll have him ready? Lose tonight, and they'll be tied with Atlanta at 2-2. Here is Brady to Godwin to the 5-yard line, 3:45 to go. 32. Brady looking Fournette's way at the goal line. Fournette is in for the touchdown. 41-30. Without the tight end, Cameron Brate here in the second half in a big hole. The throw underneath, and it will be caught by Gage. Pitch it back to Godwin, and that will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs come to the place where Tampa beat them in Super Bowl 50, and Patrick Mahomes has an outstanding game in the victory.
Hey, good luck, man.